Hey, thanks for checking in. Blitz here at the Survival Outpost, and today we are talking about one of my favorite forms of fitness, the Ruck March. From the origins of the Ruck March to packing the right pack for the Ruck March, we're gonna deal with it all, and then finally we are going to see what it takes to execute on a successful Ruck March. So let's get down to it. Yeah, the good old Ruck March, also known as the ancient art of walking fast over a distance with a loaded pack, or as our friends in the UK refer to it, as a tab or a yomp, if I recall correctly. The forced march has been a critical component of warfare since the dawn of history. The Romans were among the first to establish Ruck March standards, requiring the legionnaire to march 18.4 miles with 45 pounds in 12 hours. These days, the US Army standard is 12 miles in 3 hours. That's pretty damn fast, and I can assure you that the loadout is definitely more than 40 pounds, and maybe even more than 45. These days, it's a lot of weight. Ever wonder why the world seems so unhealthy? I mean, right here in the United States, I think our obesity rates are 50% or higher. That's just insane. Maybe if we just went out for a walk on a regular basis, that wouldn't be a problem. Going for a walk, just a walk, no backpack involved, can burn up to 120 calories and even up to 200 depending on how much you weigh. So the advantages to walking are pretty huge. And then if you throw a backpack in there, you're going to be burning a ton more calories in the process. You're not only burning calories, but also building strength. This is a legitimate full body workout recruiting your biggest muscles, from your back to your quads and everything in between. These numbers definitely don't lie, and there's no reason why the average able-bodied human being can't incorporate ruck marches into their lifestyle on a regular basis. Now we're talking pack selection, and to be clear here guys, you can use any pack you want. You can use something like this. You'll stand out like a sore thumb and maybe be kind of uncomfortable in the process, but literally any pack will do. But if you really want to get serious about this, there are some actual factors and features that you want to take into account when you're trying to find the right pack for rucking or your 72-hour bag. Ideally, it is your 72-hour bag, right? Because you want to train with the gear that you're actually going to go out there and survive with or fight with. So let's go ahead and check out some of those key features. One of the first features I look for in a backpack is hydration capability. I don't want to have to stop to get a drink. I don't want to have to bother with some sort of process to get a drink. I want to have that hose available, and I just want to be able to drink on the go. This way I can stay consistently hydrated, and I don't have to break my pace to stop, to grab water, or anything like that at all. And maintaining a pace while you're ruck marching over a distance and staying hydrated, those are two key factors to success. Up next, if I'm using this bag to store some sort of weight plates or sandbags or things of that nature, a laptop divider, a pouch, or a panel like this can be used to stow and secure those weight plates or any just like large chunks of weight that you're putting in your bag. Like, you know, you see here, it can be sandbags, it can be weight plates, it can be gallon water jugs, whatever. Next, I'm going to want good compression straps, because once I get all this weight in here, I want to be able to cinch this down, and the compression straps give me that ability to take all the empty space out of the bag and make it a lot more comfortable when I carry it, and the weight doesn't flop around, it stays secure in one place. Then of course, if I'm carrying weight, I got to consider my shoulder straps, and those have got to be wide and they've got to be thick, because nothing sucks worse than being on a ruck march and maybe 3 or 4 miles in, those shoulder straps start digging into your flesh and it's just painful. Mile after mile of pain. It's not necessary. Get a bag with some decent straps and thank yourself later. Another critical element, an internal or external frame. Depending on how much weight you're carrying, I've found that for myself, anything up to about 40 to 45 pounds is fine with an internal frame. Anything over that, I really want to have an external frame. But the main idea here, in order to transport weight effectively, you want to be able to distribute that weight directly on your hips and take it off of your shoulders. And then finally, the other feature I want in a bag is a quality grab handle. It makes it easy to pick this bag up, throw it around, toss it in the back seat, and you can also get a sick pump from doing upright rows with your bag. Okay, so we have the pack selected. Now it's time to put some things into the pack. And there's a method behind this madness. You don't just throw everything in the pack. Now, I don't care what you're putting in the pack. It could be water jugs, it could be weight plates, it could be sandbags, or it could be your 72-hour survival kit, whatever. There's one thing that you want to remember. You want to have the heaviest amount of weight or items or what have you in the middle of the backpack. You want that riding about mid-back, a little bit higher when you put on the backpack, so it's not riding low and your shoulders aren't getting wrecked by the shoulder straps digging in as the weight just pulls you down, right? So there's a right way and a wrong way to pack a pack. But today what we're gonna do is we're just gonna pack this out for fitness gains, and then we're gonna go out for a ruck march to see how it goes. This ruck march was focused on fitness gains, primarily conditioning. The evening was beautiful and the temps had dropped just enough to be tolerable. So I decided to hit 60 minutes at 3 miles an hour or faster, and keeping it at a moderately challenging pace. The weight plates and the sandbags turned out to be distributed fine, and the pack carried quite well. Now I will say that 45 pounds is probably the max capacity for the Paratus. Any more would probably require a stiffer back panel or an actual external frame. Either way, I had a nice stroll around town, burned up a ton of calories, put my legs and back to work, and I kept the heart rate up. Good workout all around. In the gym, 7. In the gym, take 10. Now, of course, guys, you can make the ruck march into anything you want it to be. You can go hang out with some of your friends and go for a walk. You can go for a walk outside your front door. You can hit the beach. You can go for a hike. Whatever the case is, as long as you're out there getting those gains. And on the topic of gains, if you want to get better at ruck marching, here is a great progressive overload program that you can use to go from week 1 to week 8 and end up there at week 8 with 50, 60 pounds on your back for 8 miles. Not bad. Seems like a good goal to hit, right? So that program is right up here. You can check that out, and it's pretty basic and simple. You start out with mile 1 and some weight, and week 2 you add another mile, add some more weight until you progress through there all the way to week 8. And now a big thanks to 3B Gear for inspiring this video and supplying my favorite budget bug out bag of all time, the 3B Gear Paratus, which still retails, I believe, somewhere around $80, which is not bad. You can kind of just imagine the Paratus to be the modern day version of the old school Alice pack, minus the external frame. Now, if you're looking for a recent review of the Paratus, it's available here for your viewing pleasure. And if you want more ruck marching, definitely check this one out. Lots of prime ruck march footage. Now, please be so kind to stomp that subscribe and like button while you ruck march your way to ultimate gains. Thanks for the support, and I'll see you guys in the next video.